This is Dave Simon. I'm going to do the website design and messaging portion of the 60-minute consultation call. You really want to be able to go through this video prior to our call. It will help save time during the website design and messaging portion of the call. And it says here that you want to pull up your website, a tab with your website, your competitor's website, and then a non-music school website, just to compare. It's all, in terms of your competitor, it's always really good to go through these steps and see who's doing a better job coming out of the gate with these ideas in place. So first thing we're going to do is the 5-second test, and it's similar to Donald Miller's grunt test. All it is it's this whole idea that people within 3 to 5 seconds should be able to land on your homepage in the above the fold section, the top area of your homepage, and be able to identify what is this, what's in it for me, and what should I click on. Those 3 things should be identified within just a few seconds. So let's do that. I've got 3 websites on here. We're going to spend just a few seconds looking at each one, and let's see if we can identify what is it, what's in it for me, and what should I click on. Here we go. What is this? What's in it for me? What should I click on? What is this? What's in it for me? And what should I click on? And last but not least, what is this? What's in it for me? What should I click on? Okay, so let's work backwards. This is Stanley Steamer. What is this? Some type of carpet cleaning. It says right here, carpet cleaning. That's sort of the featured text there. What's in it for me? They don't really say. I'll get my carpet clean and I'll have the peace of mind of that, but it doesn't say. And then what should I click on? This right here. It wants me to click that. Let me move this. Let's see. Yeah, put this here. So they have call to action here. Get your quote and schedule instantly. Okay, let's take a look at this at Perfectly Placed. What is this? They organize your stuff. That's sort of the main text there. What's in it for me? They're going to make my life easier. So that's what they're selling. They're selling me peace of mind. And what should I click on? This. Get organized button right there. Click that. Let's look at this music school here. What is this? Oh, it's a music school. How do I know that? Because it says that we help people learn how to play music. Okay, there's the main, headline there. What's in it for me? It's going to make my kid feel good about himself. It's going to make my child feel cool. Music lessons and band classes as cool as your kids. So they're selling a feeling, a sense of status. And what do they want me to click on? Start today. Okay, so those 3 things. What is it? What's in it for me? What should I click on? That, the whole above the fold section has to be all about communicating those 3 ideas. And it should only take just a few seconds to figure that out. So I encourage you to pull up your website, pull up your competitor's website, maybe pull up one of these and look and say, how does your website hold up in terms of communicating those ideas? Okay, let's look at the number 2, the design above the fold. The term above the fold comes from the newspaper industry, where newspaper, they'd fold it, they put it on the music stand, and the newsstand, they'd fold the paper, put it on the newsstand, and then the top portion of the newspaper was where they had to put the most important information, the main headline, because that was above the fold. That's what people see as they walk by the newsstand, see it on the street. So we're going to really focus on that, because that's what people see when they land on your homepage. We're going to look for a triangle pattern that should be established with the logo, call to action, and a second call to action. We're going to look at the main headline, and then the call to action placement and the message. We're going to look at the logo placement. We're going to look at the featured image. Does the featured image show the customer having a peak moment? And how does it tie in with their core message. So here we go. Let's start with Lincoln School of Music. And here's the triangle. Emily, let me move this down, my little video screen there. So here's the triangle. Logo upper left-hand corner, call to action upper right, call to action in the center. These create a triangle. Okay, so studies have shown that people, when they land on a website, their eye jets right to the upper left-hand corner for information as to the name of the business, eye jets across, and then shoots down, kind of creating this triangle pattern. What's the next here on main headlines. We talked a little bit about that, but right there in the middle, they've got their main headline. We help people learn how to play music. Strangely enough, this is featured more than the headline, but that's fine. And then here's their headline. We organize your stuff so life is easier. It's sitting right there in centered. This is a little bit different. Spring carpet cleaning. And it's not centered. Call to action's not centered, but it still creates this triangle pattern. So all three of these websites have this. What's different about this one is that the upper right-hand portion of the triangle really isn't featured. It's got a different color, whereas here, it's really big and featured, and same with this one. Okay, let's move on. Logo placement. We talked a little bit about that. Upper left-hand corner, upper left-hand corner, upper left-hand corner. Really, everything's to the extreme, not for this one so much, but really to the extreme left-hand corner. Featured image. Does it show the customer having a peak moment? And how does that tie in with their core message? Let's actually go here. So actually, all three of these are different. The customer, this image is showing the problem. This is sort of the low moment in the customer experience. This is what motivates the customer to action. You step into your living room and this is what you see. Okay, so you're out to fix this problem. It would be hard, I guess they could show the owner kind of hugging their dog, but I think this is really smart. This is really going to motivate someone to take action. This is great because it's showing the customer after the service has been provided, and look at how her life has benefited from it. She's being appreciated by her daughter. She's the hero of the house. Her now professionally organized, clutter-free home. And here, this shows customers in a peak moment, engaged in the in the service. They're playing music. So this is called the hero pick. The featuring the hero of the story. My only issue with this picture is you can't really see these two kids' faces. This boy you can see, but he's covered by this filter text. So it would be it'd be so great if this girl was looking out and if this boy was looking up, but still an effective image. So these are all three different approaches. This is the problem that's going to motivate the customer to take action. Here's the customer after the service has been provided, and here's an image of the customer engaged with the product. So all just really great different approaches. Main menus. Main menus should be lean. There should not be many options about maybe lessons or classes and a video page. 3 to 5 main menu items is really all you should have. If you start listing too many menu options, it's like going to a restaurant that has too many items on the menu. You become overwhelmed. And you just don't know what to do. It's sort of like when you go to a restaurant and you walk up and you look in the window to see if you're going to eat there. There's a lot of items on the menu. That can be overwhelming. So what do? You first look at the prices, and you kind of look at a few things that you think, okay, maybe, this is something that you're going to like, your family is going to like. But if you go up to a restaurant and there's just 10 items on the menu and you like the prices, it's going to be easier for you to make a decision. You're not going to be overwhelmed. So when people they land on your homepage, look at this, just a few menu items. That's it. So, really easy. Same, look at this, really just 2. And a little bit more here. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, some stuff up here. It gets a little bit busy up in here, but more importantly, they're using their drop down, and this is typical for a franchise where they're going to need a few more main menu items. But here there's 2, and here there's just a few. Really, 4 is all they need. Contact's unnecessary because you can get that with Start Today. They probably have it all listed down there at the bottom, and they do. Okay, so let's look at photos. Are the photos in general on the homepage, are they full of emotional triggers? Does it show customers having peak moments? What story does it tell? Here, it shows a customer having a low moment. The emotions here are anger and desperation. Let's scroll down a little bit. Let's see what these other pictures look like. So here's sort of you know, these are the troublemakers, the cat, the baby. But it does show sort of a happy ending to the story. Okay, so I guess it's kind of, I mean, here it shows a happy ending. It shows a clean carpet. Let's look at the pictures here. I mean, we talked about that picture with the mom being appreciated, like a before and after. That's great. Hard to do with music lessons, but all right, let's look at Lincoln School of Music. So yeah, they've got the kids engaged in the product. They got more pictures of kids playing music. This picture is very ineffective in that it's just showing a hand on the piano. It's not really going to stir the desire in anybody. If it showed a picture of a kid playing a piano and the kid being happy, well, it has more emotional content to it. So these type of pictures with the instruments and the hands on it, there's no emotional content there. It is a little bit of a missed opportunity. I think it's okay in their case because they have emotional content here, although seeing these faces would be really helpful. That's got a lot right there. You see this happy kid holding drumsticks up. I think it would serve them well to at least have a couple more showing the kids playing the music. This one's, it's not a great picture, but look at this. You know, we go to this Kids Rock here. Look at that kid. Okay, that's a super effective image. So you want to make sure that the photos on your website are full of emotional triggers, customers having peak moments, and what story does the picture tell? You know, in terms of story, this picture I think is the strongest. The house was a mess. Perfectly placed. Came and they cleaned it up, and now her, you know, daughter, you know, she's being appreciated by the family, and you know, she's got this great look of relief and happiness on her face. Okay, let's look at design below the fold. Is it clear and simple? Are there consistent patterns and symmetry in the layout? Is the call to action? Is it a reoccurring call to action? Let's look at the footer. Is there a footer? Is the contact info in the footer? And our social media icons in the map in the footer? So let's take a look. So, let's go to their home page here. We're going to go now below the fold, and they come right out with, these are called trust badges, showing that, look how we've been endorsed or been featured in these by these different businesses. I don't know who any of these businesses are. It doesn't matter. I'm impressed. Wow. Okay. This business, clearly, this music studio did not start a month ago. They've been featured in all these different, by these different businesses. Now I get to their offerings, and look at how they're laid out in a very symmetric fashion. And there's consistency, and it'll be really easy for me to navigate through these. And oh, look, these are all linked. That's great. Now they get to another section, video, and they're using a color to section that off. Gets back to the white. We go into a new section, and it says get started in 3 easy steps. Well, this looks easy. And oh, look, another call to action, start today. We get into testimonials. Awesome. A little bit something about the school. Okay, so let's look at how Perfectly Placed lays it out. Okay, we're gonna be looking for, let's review. We're gonna be looking for, is it clear and simple, consistent with patterns and symmetry? Are the call to actions reoccurring? And then we're gonna look at their footer. Oh, we didn't look at their footer. But sure enough, there's all their social media right where it should be. What's under there? There's their address, really good. Okay, so let's look at Perfectly Placed. We scroll down. Here's a little bit of copy about them. I encourage you to go to perfectlyplaced.org. This is really good sales copy. And then a message from the owner, testimonials, and notice how it's being separated by a different color, a new color. And look at this. You can begin getting organized today by taking these easy steps. There are 3 of them, very similar to this. I'm sure these people have not seen each other's website, but this is a pattern that you'll see out there in web design and web messaging. Here's 3 easy steps. Call, get a consultation, and then get organized. Call to action, call today. And look at this. There she's got her trust icons. Very similar to what? There's their trust icons. Trust icons. It's great. Now, you know, I don't love this. She's laying out her social media icons. I always worry that it's an invitation to leave their website. Now, most likely, if anyone's scrolled this far down there, they've taken in a lot of information. I tend to want to put this at the very bottom. This is really effective. Here's another call to action to see more results. So let's look at how many call to actions there are. Here's one. Here's a lead generator. Hey, I'll give you a free book. So there's a call to action. Call to action for photos. Call to action to start the process. Call to action to start the process. Most people will look at this and go, okay, I'm not ready to click that button because I'm not ready to buy your service, so I'm going to scroll down. Oh, this looks good. This looks good. Building desire, building desire. Okay, now I'm ready. And if they're not, I need a little bit more. Oh, wow, look at this. They've been endorsed by all these people. Look at this, results, testimonials. And this is great because she's saying, even if you don't want to buy my product, I'm going to give away 3 secrets to organize anything today so that you could try to organize yourself. Here, take this free book. That's a little bit harder for us music studio owners to do. You know, we can't give out a book. Hey, teach yourself how to play piano in 3 days. Parents aren't going to download that. Okay, so let's look at Stanley Steamer. Let's look at their below the fold. More than just carpet cleaners. Ooh, what's that? I'm intrigued. You're going to have to read to find out. And look, so here's one, you know, the kind of a gray backdrop. Now it goes to white. What we do best. Look how symmetric everything's laid out. It's similar, you know, it's a similar idea as to what's going on here. Image text, but, you know, a little different layout. And look how short the copy is, really lean. You want to learn more? Fine, go there. Call to action button. Another call to action. Hey, give us your, you know, they're trying to get me to give them my email. Okay, so now they're getting into some selling here. Now it's a new pattern. This is all going to go together. Text, image, text, or image, text. This is a little confusing. I don't love this so much. And then footer's got all their information. No social, there's their social media stuff there at the bottom. Okay, so again, look at your website, compare. How does your website hold up against these? And if not so well, you got some work to do. And how's your website compare to your competitors? If your competition's doing a better job in terms of these type of layout issues, you need to up your game, and you can quickly outmaneuver them by getting your website up to this, you know, more professional looking level. Okay, let's look at landing pages. Your landing pages need to be set up like a home page. So if someone Googles, you know, Googles, let's say in this case here, music lessons for ages for young kids in Lincoln, Nebraska. Well, most likely it's going to take them to their Kids Rock page. It's not going to take them to the home page. So you want the Kids Rock page or the landing page to look like a home page. And this really is doing that. Let's actually go to landing pages of each one of these websites here. Come on. And let's go to, all right, as these landing pages come up, is it set up like a home page? Let's look at the above the fold. Is there a call to action? Is there customer-centric sales copy? Let's look below the fold and the call to action. And then is it optimized for SEO? Okay, so yes, it looks like a website homepage, and it's saying, hey, here's what this is. It's a Rock Band thing for 4 to 7-year-olds. Call to action, start today. And it's carrying over, this banner from the homepage is carrying over. That's huge. That's really important. Let's look at the sales copy. Kids Rock is a music program that teaches children under 4 how to play an instrument. Band members. Okay, so this is talking about the features of the program. So not great copy here because it's not talking about transformation that the child's gonna experience. We'll look at some other ones here and see what their copy's like. So if it said, to go back to this for a second, if it said something like, imagine how your 4-year-old, or imagine how your child will feel stepping out onto stage to a screaming audience. Imagine how you as a parent will feel in this moment. Now telling a story, it's all about the customer and what they're going to feel. It's not so much about the product. This type of stuff where it's talking about the features of the product, I would put that in a second paragraph. I would lead with the emotions and the transformation that's going to happen. Really quick, okay, let's take a look here. All right, their landing page. Wow, looks just like a home page. We unpack your stuff and make moving easier. Wow. Okay, I like that. This is what we do, and this is how we're going to impact your life. Moving, now let's look at the sales copy. Moving is stressful, leading with pain. Our unpacking moving services make it easier. Resolution, happiness. Research shows that moving into a new house can be more stressful than relationship problems, divorce, or finding a new job. That's terrible. That's terrible. I don't want any of these. I don't want that kind of stress. But our moving and unpacking services in St. Louis, well, with our moving and unpacking services in St. Louis, we will reduce that stress. That's unusual. They said St. Louis. They say it up here too, but okay. But that's great sales copy. And look at how they're bolding some of the featured stuff here. So this is really good. Decluttering a home makes it appear larger. Oh, I want that. And is one of the most important things you can do to prep for your move. So this is really good sales copy. They're not talking about themselves and what they're going to do. They're totally focused on you, the customer, and how your life, they're saying, hey, we understand the stresses in your life. We understand the stress of moving more than you do because we've studied the research. And research shows that moving into a house can be so stressful. And we're here to help you. It's a really great job here. Let's take a look at these guys. Our services. So this I don't love. Professional grade cleaning products that you can use yourself. Okay, well maybe this isn't the best example. This is cleaning products. Let's look at their carpet cleaning, because this is kind of really what they're about. Okay, this is really good. Looking above the fold here, we can see, and this is always really encourages to have a call to action here. We can see it above the fold. We can put in our zip code and get a quote right away. Let's look at their text. Is it focused on us or is it focused on them? For more than 70 years, Stanley Steamer has been the professional carpet cleaning expert people have trusted. It's kind of boring. You know, it's very, focus on them. So I don't think Stanley Steamer's doing a great job. I think they're doing a really good job. And yeah, so out of these three companies, I'd say Perfectly Placed is really doing a good job with their sales copy below the fold on their landing pages. Okay, let's optimize for SEO. Well, these guys really got it going on, because it says the fact that they stuck in the word St. Louis right in the middle, that's clearly for Google. And I don't want to get too sidetracked with SEO, but what are some common Google searches that someone would throw into, or what are some common searches that people would throw into Google to find your business? Music lessons and Lincoln, Nebraska, music lessons near me. Those phrases you're going to want to work into your copy. So they got moving services there. That's great. Packing services, St. Louis. These are all, someone might Google, moving services near me, moving services in St. Louis. So it's going to help with their SEO. Let's see what he's doing. He's local. He should see if he's listing Lincoln, Nebraska. He's really not. His SEO isn't so hot. I don't want to get too sidetracked, because that's a whole nother conversation. But you do want to make sure that you're writing your copy on your landing pages and all over your website is going to help Google find your page. Let's look at contact form. I think this is the last thing. Yeah, contact form should be really simple. Each item you add to your contact form increases your chances by 10% that people are going to bounce off of your website, because they don't want to fill out a long form. So start today. Let's see wow. Okay. I'll fill that out. My name, my phone number, email. Super. Nothing else. He's going to have to, sell over phone, over email as follow-up, but this is making it very inviting and very simple to opt in. Let's look at their form. Now this is Stanley Steamer is going to be a little bit different. Okay, this is taking a minute, so I'm just gonna, I'm gonna go to contact us today. Let the weight of your move fall on us. I mean, she's just hitting her message over and over every opportunity. She's driving home that message. Okay, so there's her 3 easy steps. Yep, name, email, and a message. Just trying to make it really easy. And this is, we want your email and zip code. We extract dirt, you extract savings. Let's see what they do, quote and schedule. Look at that, just super easy. Just like, come on, give me your info. I bet, let's just see. They're going to ask me for my email after this. In addition to your zip code, we need a little more information. Aha, they're going to try to get me. St. Louis County, continue. You're going to want my email. Carpet cleaning. 1 room. Let's see. When do they ask me for my email? Well, we know where that's going to, some point they're going to ask me for my email. And that's super important. So this is really great. So this covers the whole website portion, website design and messaging portion of the 60-minute consultation. If you look below, the sales copy portion will really, from that, you can then take what we create from the sales copy portion and apply it to your website design and messaging.